Hi guys, I'm Nancy, and I'm going to show you how to solve a quadratic equation by factoring. Okay, first we're going to look at a simpler one and just use a brute force method. And then I'm going to show you a tougher one where it's going to be faster and easier to use a trick called the magic X method, or X method. And that's for when the brute force method would take way too long. And this trick will absolutely give you your factors so that you can solve your equation. Okay, so say you have this quadratic equation that starts with x squared, and you need to solve it by factoring. Okay, so what you want is two factors, each starting with x, that multiply to your expression and equal 0. Okay, so what you need to do to factor is find two numbers that multiply to negative 16, your last number, and add to positive 6, your second number. So that's two numbers that multiply to negative 16 and also add to your middle number 6. So again, we're looking for two numbers that multiply to negative 16 and add to positive 6. So first what you need to do is make a list of all pairs of numbers that multiply to negative 16, and you can do that off to the side. So we want two numbers that multiply to negative 16. Let's list the pairs. We could have 1 and negative 16. We could have flipped signs, negative 1 and 16. We could have 2 and negative 8. Flip the signs, negative 2 and 8. We could also have 4 and negative 4, or the opposite, negative 4 and 4. Okay, so you've made a list of all numbers that multiply to negative 16. Now let's look at the other requirement. You need to find which ones add to positive 6. So let's check them. 1 plus negative 16 would add to some negative number, so that can't be it. Negative 1 plus 16 would give you a positive 15. It's a bit too large. 2 plus negative 8 would give you negative 6. So it's close, but it's the wrong sign. Negative 2 plus 8 would add to positive 6. So those are your factor numbers. Now you don't need to check any pairs that are left. You can assume they're not right. You found your factor numbers negative 2 and 8. Okay, so now you've found your two numbers and you just need to fill them in into your factors. So you found negative 2 and 8, so you simply put negative 2 here, positive 8 there, and you found your factors. So by the way, you could also switch these numbers. You could change the order and it would be fine. Plus 8, negative 2, because these are both x plus in your factor terms, so the order actually wouldn't matter. Okay, so this can actually just be simplified to x minus 2 times x plus 8 equals 0. Okay, so now you've factored and you're ready to solve, and all you need to do is take each of these factors and set them each separately equal to 0. So now pull each of these out and write them as a separate equation. We have x minus 2 set equal to 0. X minus 2 equals 0. Use your algebra skills to solve. You add 2 to both sides so that you just have x equals 2. So there's one of your solutions, x equals 2. Okay, so we'll do the same thing for the other factor. Pull it out separately. You have x plus 8 set equal to 0, so that's x plus 8 equals 0. Solve by subtracting 8 from both sides, minus 8, and we just have x alone equals negative 8. So that is your other solution. So x equals 2 and x equals negative 8 are your two solutions that you found by factoring your quadratic.